In this video, we're going to have a look at the information for candidates online document available from IELTS.org, which gives a really quick overview of what the IELTS is and how it works. And I know many of you have read this at least once, but I just want to highlight a few of the little tips that are shared in it that are easy to miss when you kind of gloss over the document quickly. And there are a couple of really helpful tools that you can use, and actually these tools have been improved recently. So I just wanted to remind you that these tools are out there and that they can really help you with your prep and for your overall strategy with regards to where you want to go with the IELTS. So this is the information for candidate booklet or document, and you can find it by Google searching IELTS.org and then information for IELTS candidates. It's often the first document that anybody sees when they find out that they're going to need to take the IELTS or decide they're going to take the IELTS. So one of the first items that I want to highlight in this document is on page 2. It's a very helpful tool that allows you to search for organizations and to see the IELTS requirements for those organizations. So, and that's not only universities, but I'll just demonstrate by searching a university to start with. So you see, if I've searched for the University of Toronto, it comes up with a couple of different campuses, and then a very clear indication of the IELTS requirement. Now, if you click into it, sometimes it also shares the varying requirements for different departments or different levels of degree. So here we see 6.5 for undergraduate, 6.5 for the Faculty of Dentistry, and 7 for graduate. And then also there's a link to the university. So it's a really helpful little tool to kind of quickly get an idea for what sort of IELTS level is needed. Now, of course, you'd want to actually follow these up and contact the university and make sure that the all the data that you're seeing here is actually accurate. So really helpful tool there. That's the first thing I wanted to share. Now, if we just go back to the information for candidates document. So a common question that I receive is with regards to how do you physically create your answer on the examination? Should you use pen or should you use pencil? Can you write in all capital letters? What's the best strategy to do this? And actually, the information for candidates document does stipulate a few things that sometimes I think candidates overlook when they read through this the first time. So if we just look at test tips, this is page 6 of the document, you'll see that it very clearly says that you can write you must write your answers in pencil. And another thing that is indicated here is that so for the completion types of questions where it tells you how many words you will be writing in your answer, you can write these in lowercase or capital letters. And with regards to reading, it's the same set of rules. So you must write your answers in pencil, and then secondly, the completion questions follow the same rules for the listening section. So that being that you can write your answers in lowercase or in all capitals. Now, for the writing section, there's also a few interesting tips shared here. So firstly, you can write in pen or pencil, as it states here. And also, there's something, so sometimes people ask if they can write their response in all capital letters because their writing is perhaps not very clear. And that is something that is permitted. As you see here, you may write your answers entirely in capitals if you wish. But I don't recommend you do that because you're kind of forfeiting an opportunity to demonstrate to the examiner your full understanding of written English. So if you're writing with complete grammatical accuracy and you're capitalizing your proper nouns and you're showing that you know when and where to use capital letters, it's an opportunity that you're missing if you decide to write your entire response in capital letters. And just to give you some perspective, I have an examiner friend who's been an examiner for about 10 years, and he says in all of that time he has never once received a response written in all capital letters. So it's a strategy that's not really followed, despite the fact that it is indeed possible. Okay, now if we scroll down a little bit further here, so there's a nice little link under Retaking the IELTS that you can click, and it has some nice sample tests that you can run through. If you click through to Have I Tried the Practice Test questions, So IELTS.org does indeed have a few sample listings that you can work through, and academic reading, general training reading, even some writing samples that you can read. So if you are looking for other practice tests to run through, that might be one link that you might have overlooked. Okay, and the final thing that I want to draw your attention to is that if you scroll right down to the very bottom of the document, and it does have some nice examples of how the reading and listening answer sheets are filled in if you've never taken the exam before. But anyway, if you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see this little area here. So it's IELTS for UK, Australian, Canadian, and New Zealand visas and immigration. And these little links at IELTS.org are quite helpful. So if I click on the Canada link, so you see that there are links here to help you identify what IELTS scores are needed for different kinds of visa. So that's and then they provide links like that for the different countries that use the IELTS as part of their immigration protocol. Okay, so very quick video. I hope you pulled at least one thing away from it. More IELTS writing videos to come soon, so please stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.